How's it going, everyone? My name is Oskip, and this time we've got a little bit of a different transformation video. Previously, the transformations I've been doing have been for YouTubers' bases, whereas this time I'll be transforming one of my Patreon's builds. First of all, I wanted to say thank you to Jonah Rempel for supporting me on Patreon. I genuinely am extremely grateful, and hopefully I'll be able to do your build some justice. Jonah's base features a wizard tower in the centre of the island. It is surrounded by some villager houses, a mine, farms, a nether portal, and a docks at the back of the island. The first thing I start off by doing is completely clearing out the space bit by bit. In my other transformation builds, I would recreate the base and then upgrade it from there, whereas this time I was given Jonah's world, meaning I had to preserve all of his resources and implement them back into the build later once complete. I gradually emptied out his base to make a clearing so that I could begin working. I decided to begin with the main feature of the build, the wizard castle. I did do some terraforming, raising the ground that would then be the base for the structure to reside on. When building, I did my best to keep roughly the same shape and size of the tower, but I decided to use a variation of cobblestone and stone bricks as the main materials. I researched and found this image of a model castle, which I used as my reference for the tower. Lastly, I decided to change the roof material back to the same matching blue concrete that Jonah had on his castle. Underneath the tower, I dig down into the ground and create his storage area. I added a secret entrance that comes out from the side of the hill, and gradually add in all of his chests back in along the wall. On the entrance level of the castle, I filled it with his essentials such as a crafting table, some furnaces, and some of his tools. I then take the ladder up to the next floor and place down his bed, and opposite it, make him a jukebox because why not? I continued the ladder all the way up to the top floor and managed to fit in his enchanting room as well. A wizard's tower wouldn't be complete without his brewing stand and potions, so I managed to add all of that into the detached small tower. Now that the tower was finished, I decided to make a start on the mine shaft. I continued the staircase down, added a few support beams and different levels, and I thought it would be cool to scatter around some stalagmites on the ceiling and floor. To finish it off, I had a few minecart tracks around to decorate the place. The entrance to the mine doesn't change too much, I just make it into a little hut with a warning sign. Now, previously in this spot, Jonah had a single tree on the edge of the island, so I thought it would be nice to keep it and make it a more predominant feature. It was time to begin adding buildings back in for the villagers to live and work. However, due to the limited amount of space on the island, I couldn't make individual buildings for each type of villager. Instead, I decided to work different designs together and make a multi-purpose house. On one side of the house, I added a blacksmithing area with an outdoor furnace, and on the other side of the house, I added a bell tower. Lastly, I fence off the back and front gardens and bring Jonah's animals back here to live. Sticking to a similar design, I decided to create this manor house that could house the remaining villagers. But in the end, I decided to match it with the other building and change it to spruce wood. Lastly, I add in this little pond at the front of the building filled with fish and coral, which was another feature of his base. Now, Originally behind the castle there was a dock attached to the end of the island. However, I decided to repurpose the land and create an area for the Nether portal. When speaking with Jonah, he said that he really liked the Nether portal that I used in the Jacksepticeye transformation build, so I tried my best to make it somewhat similar with a few more unique features. I tried to keep to the magical theme going on, so I thought it would be cool to use a combination of lava and different stained glass to create these glowing crystals protruding from the ground. With the remaining space, I decided to implement the docks back into the base. I lined the edge of the island with a wall and made an opening towards the Nether portal. I made a loading zone filled with barrels of presumably fish, and using the last remaining space, added in another custom tree behind the wall. Of course, there needs to be a way to access the island, so coming back to the front of the island, I make an arched bridge and connect it to the footpath either side. Lastly, I made some quick edits to the already existing farm. I extend out and make a larger wheat field and upgrade the little shack next to it. I weathered the stone brick path with cracked and mossy stone, and the rest is history. And with that, I think we're done here. Thank you all so much for watching, and a special thank you to Jonah for letting me transform his base. If you guys want to do the same and support me, then you can check out my Patreon with the link in the description. I would greatly appreciate it, and it helps me to continue making great content for you all to enjoy. I also wanted to announce that I have a Discord server. You can come and chat with other members of the community, share Minecraft related content, memes, or even just listening to music. Again, I'll add the link in the description so you can come and check out the TrixyBlox Discord. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, all that good stuff, you know, and I'll see you next time.